Is there a person who just won't leave your head? That ex you can't stop thinking about, the friend who betrayed you, or the crush that feels like an obsession? If you're tired of that constant mental loop, if you want to finally reclaim your inner peace, this video is your ultimate guide. Today, we're unlocking an ancient, mind-blowing secret from Buddhist teachings that explains exactly why certain people have such a powerful hold on us. This isn't just about understanding the why. It's about giving you a revolutionary path to freedom. We're going to break down 6 profound reasons and then hand you a powerful step-by-step blueprint to finally get them out of your head. Now, find a comfortable space, take a slow, deep breath, and let's begin. Reason 1. It's not love, it's attachment. Let's start with a hard truth. What you think is love might actually be attachment. Often, when a person occupies our thoughts ceaselessly, we label it as love. We think, I must love them so much, or I miss them with every fiber of my being. But the ancient sages of Zen Buddhism guide us to look deeper, to discern the subtle but powerful difference between love and its turbulent cousin, attachment. True love brings serenity, but attachment creates turmoil. If thoughts of this person bring anxiety, jealousy, or a constant need to check their social media, you're not experiencing love. You're holding on to them. You've attached your identity and happiness to their existence. The Buddha taught that attachment, or upadana, is a primary source of our suffering. You are not thinking of them because of the purity of your connection, but because your mind has created an energetic tether, attaching your own sense of self-worth, happiness, or security to their presence, their validation, or even the memory of what they once represented. Notice the undercurrent of your thoughts. Is there a feeling of, I need them to come back. I need them to apologize. I need to know they miss me too. This is the signature of attachment. A Zen master once compared this to holding a beautiful bird in your hand. Love allows the bird to rest on your open palm, free to fly away at any moment, and you can appreciate its beauty without possessing it. Attachment is the clenched fist that cages the bird, crushing its spirit and bringing pain to both it and the hand that holds it. If this person's presence in your mind feels like a cage, you are likely dealing with the profound lesson of attachment. The path to freedom begins with recognizing this tether for what it is. Reason 2. The soul's mirror of the shadow self. The wise teacher Carl Jung spoke of the shadow, those parts of ourselves that we find unacceptable and therefore repress into the darkness of our unconscious mind. Long before Jung, Zen masters understood this same principle. They taught that the world, and especially the people in it, acts as a mirror, reflecting back to us the entirety of who we are. Not just the parts we like, but the parts we deny. Often, the people who haunt our thoughts most intensely are those who serve as a screen upon which we project our own shadow. Your mind is using them as a canvas to paint a portrait of your disowned self. Consider the qualities in this person that your mind fixates on. Do you find yourself obsessively thinking about their success and confidence? It may be that you are projecting your own dormant potential, your own unexpressed ambition onto them. Their success triggers you because it reminds you of a part of yourself you have neglected. Conversely, do you find yourself ruminating on their perceived flaws, their mistakes, or their weaknesses? Be gentle here. and ask yourself if these flaws mirror something you are terrified to admit about yourself. Perhaps their perceived dishonesty reflects a subtle way in which you are not being true to your own soul. This projection creates an incredibly strong psychological bond. You are not truly obsessed with them. You are obsessed with the part of you that they represent. The practice of self-inquiry here is transformative. Ask, what specific quality in this person triggers such a strong reaction in me? And then, with courage, where does this quality exist in me, even in a small way? When you begin to own these projections, to bring your shadow into the light of your own compassionate awareness, the mirror's reflection fades. You take back your power, and the other person's hold on your mind naturally dissolves. Reason 3. An unfinished conversation of karma. In the West, we often misunderstand karma as a cosmic system of reward and punishment. But from a Buddhist perspective, karma is simply the universal law of cause and effect, a principle of balance. It's not about being punished for a past wrong. It's about life presenting us with opportunities to resolve unfinished business and bring things back into harmony. When a person simply will not fade from your thoughts, it is often a powerful indicator of a karmic entanglement. This is a sign that there is an unfinished conversation between your souls. This doesn't necessarily mean you need to speak to them again. This conversation is often an internal one. Perhaps they wounded you, and a part of you has never truly allowed the pain to be heard, acknowledged, and healed. The persistent thought of them is your soul knocking on the door, asking you to finally tend to that wound. Or perhaps you were the one who caused harm, knowingly or unknowingly, and a lingering sense of guilt or regret creates a karmic echo that reverberates through your mind. More subtly, this person may have been a teacher in disguise, embodying a crucial life lesson that you have yet to fully integrate. Did they teach you about boundaries, about self-worth, about the nature of trust? Until that lesson is fully learned and embodied, their ghost will remain as your spiritual tutor. This karmic connection acts as an energetic magnet, pulling your focus back to them time and time again, not to torment you, but to gently guide you toward completion. The persistent thought is not the problem, it is a symptom pointing toward the cure. Ask yourself with gentle curiosity, what is the unresolved energy here? What conversation needs to be completed within my own heart? Reason 4. The grand illusion of permanence. The Buddhist teaching of anicca, or impermanence, is a cornerstone of wisdom. It states that everything in existence is in a constant state of flux. The seasons change, our bodies age, mountains rise and fall, and empires turn to dust. This law applies equally to our inner world. Our emotions, our moods, and our thoughts are not solid, static entities. They are transient, like weather patterns. Yet, when we are caught in the grip of thinking about someone, we fall prey to the grand illusion of permanence. We believe that the intense pain of the heartbreak will last forever. We are convinced that the burning anger will never cool. We feel certain that the profound sense of longing will define the rest of our days. This belief in the permanence of our mental state is like being in a powerful storm and believing the sky will be dark forever. By convincing ourselves that these thoughts and feelings are a permanent fixture of our being, we give them immense power and solidity, we inadvertently build a prison for ourselves out of the belief that there is no escape. The practice here is to actively and gently remind yourself of the truth of impermanence. When the wave of emotion or the obsessive thought arises, you can whisper to yourself, "This too shall pass." This is not a dismissive platitude. It is a profound recognition of universal law. Acknowledge the intensity of the feeling, honor its presence, but hold it within the larger context of change. Just as the storm eventually passes and the sun returns, this mental state, no matter how all-consuming it feels right now, will also shift, change, and transform. Understanding this on a deep level loosens the thought's grip, allowing it to move through you instead of getting stuck within you. Reason 5. Mistaking the messenger for the message. One of the most liberating truths offered by Buddhism is this: you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind your thoughts. You are the vast, clear sky, and your thoughts are merely clouds passing through. However, when we are fixated on someone, we often make a fundamental error. We mistake the messenger, the thought, for the message, or even for reality itself. We begin to identify with the thoughts. A thought like, "I can't live without them," arises, and instead of seeing it as a transient mental event, we believe it to be an absolute truth. A thought about a past hurt appears, and we fuse with it, reliving the pain as if it were happening right now. This identification creates a powerful feedback loop. The more you believe and engage with the thoughts about this person, the more significant they feel. The more significant they feel, the more your brain produces them. You are essentially telling your mind, "This is important. Keep sending me these messages." The practice of mindfulness meditation is designed to break this cycle. It teaches you to create a space of separation between the observer, you, and the observed, your thoughts. When a thought about the person arises, you can learn to label it gently in your mind. There is a thought of sadness. Or, there is a memory of our last conversation. This subtle shift in language is incredibly powerful. It changes your position from being inside the thought, swept away by its emotional current, to being the calm, wise observer sitting on the riverbank. You are no longer the thought, you are the one who notices the thought. This practice slowly but surely starves the obsessive cycle of its power. Reason 6. The unfulfilled soul contract. Now we arrive at the deepest, most transformative reason of all. This perspective invites us to shift from a psychological understanding to a spiritual one. From this higher vantage point, certain people enter our lives not by accident, but by sacred agreement. They are part of a soul contract. Individuals we have chosen to encounter on a soul level for the purpose of profound mutual growth. When a person refuses to leave your mind long after they have left your life, it may be a sign that this spiritual assignment, this soul contract, remains unfulfilled. The lesson has been presented, but it has not yet been fully received. This final reason asks you to consider a radical shift in perspective. What if this person's persistent presence in your mind is not a problem to be solved, but a sacred invitation? What if their recurring memory is not a sign of mental distress, but a beacon guiding you toward your own awakening? Our most difficult and challenging relationships are almost always our greatest spiritual teachers. The person who occupies your mind might be the precise catalyst your soul requires to evolve to the next level of consciousness. They are the grit in the oyster that creates the pearl. Instead of pushing their memory away, what if you leaned in with curiosity? Instead of asking, "How can I finally get them out of my head?" ask a new set of questions. What is my soul trying to learn through this connection? What part of me is being asked to awaken? If this person were my greatest teacher, what would their lesson be? This shift transforms the entire dynamic. The person is no longer a tormentor, they become a key. The persistent thought is no longer a burden. It becomes a doorway to enlightenment. Perhaps they remain in your thoughts, not because something is wrong with you, but because something powerful and important within you is waiting to be born. The path to reclaiming your inner sanctuary. Understanding the reasons is the first step. Now, let's walk through the Buddhist practices that pave the path to liberation. Become the silent watcher. When thoughts of this person arise, your first instinct may be to fight them. Don't. Imagine your mind is a vast, open sky. The thoughts are clouds. Simply watch them drift by. Don't judge them. Don't engage with their story. Don't try to push them away. Just observe. A cloud of memory. There goes a cloud of sadness. What we resist persists. What we observe with detached, loving awareness naturally dissolves. Ask the heart's questions. With deep compassion for yourself, begin a gentle inquiry. Ask, what hunger in me does this thought feed? What fear is this thought protecting me from? What part of my own story is this person's memory asking me to heal? Approach this not as an interrogation, but as a loving conversation with your own soul. The answers will arise from the quiet wisdom within you, not from force. Practice opening the hand. Letting go is not an act of force. It is an act of surrender. Imagine you are trying to hold water in a tightly clenched fist. You can't. It slips through your fingers. But if you open your hand into a gentle cup, you can hold it. Acceptance is this open hand. It isn't saying you approve of what happened. It is simply ceasing to struggle against the reality of it. Accept that the thoughts are there. Accept that the feelings are there. In this spaciousness of acceptance, your grip naturally loosens. The sacred pivot. Use the thought itself as a trigger for mindfulness. Every time this person enters your mind, let it be your bell of mindfulness, a sacred reminder to return to the present moment. Create a small physical anchor. For example, every time they come to mind, consciously take one deep breath and feel your feet firmly planted on the earth, or touch your thumb to your index finger. You are using the old pattern to create a new, healthy one. The thought that was once a hook pulling you into the past now becomes an anchor grounding you in the now. Apply the healing balm of metta. Metta, or loving kindness meditation, is a powerful antidote to obsession and resentment. Sit quietly and generate feelings of warmth and kindness. First, for yourself. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. Then, when you feel ready, extend this same wish to the person in your thoughts. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. This is not about condoning their behavior. It is about freeing yourself from the toxic energy of bitterness or attachment. It rewires the energetic connection from one of pain to one of peace. And so we see that the reasons someone occupies our mind are never simple. Whether it's the tangled chains of attachment, the profound mirror of your shadow self, or the sacred call of an unfulfilled soul contract, the path to freedom begins with understanding. These 6 insights are your keys. You now hold the power to stop fighting the waves and instead learn to navigate the beautiful, vast ocean of your own consciousness. You can finally let go. If this journey brought you clarity, please support our mission by liking this video and subscribing for more deep dives into spiritual growth and inner peace. Share this with someone you feel might need it. Comment below. Which of the 6 reasons was your biggest aha moment? Until next time, continue to tend to your sacred inner garden. Peace be with you.